Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. They ask why the sky turned black after the Prophet's departure, why Medina's streets felt colder, why the air seemed to tremble with something unsaid. But the truth is simple. A world without Prophet Muhammad still had Fatima, and even her light was more than some hearts could bear. She was not just a daughter. She was the last heartbeat of prophecy, the final fragrance of revelation, the mirror in which the Ummah could still see its soul. But souls that fear their own reflection chose to shatter that mirror. Why kill her? Was it because her presence exposed their hunger for power? Was it because every time she spoke, they remembered the covenant they broke? Was it because her eyes carried the memory of a man they claimed to love but refused to obey? Fatima, the woman who walked with the purity of angels, who never demanded a throne, who never sought the world, yet the world conspired against her. The door that Allah has commanded to be entered with peace became the weapon of her enemies. The hands that should have defended her became the hands that crushed her. And the silence of the nation, the silence of the Ummah, was louder than the chain on Ali's arms. Why did they kill her? Maybe because truth demanded a witness. And she stood as the greatest witness of all times. Maybe because the weight of her words could break the illusion they tried to build. Maybe because when she spoke, people remembered justice, and the injustice cannot survive where justice is remembered. Her screams behind the door were not just the cries of a mother, a wife, a daughter. They were the cries of a world slipping back into darkness. She carried Hassan and Hussein in her womb. She carried the legacy of the Prophet in her chest. She carried the Quran in her soul. And with one strike, they tried to erase everything she carried. She still rose. She stood in the mosque, wounded, weak, but unbroken, and spoke with a fire that turned the walls of Medina to witnesses. A sermon meant not for her time, but for ours. But why did they kill her? Because tyranny has always feared the ones who have no swords to fight with. Because the loudest revolution is a woman refusing to bow. Because the shadow of falsehood cannot exist beside the light of Fatima. She lived only months after her father. But those months were enough to expose every hidden heart, to reveal every betrayal, to show the world who stood with the truth and who stood against it. Her funeral was in the dark. Her grave was unmasked. Her tears were buried with her, and the world pretended to move on, but her pain remained. So ask again, why did they kill her? Not because she was weak, not because she was silent, not because she stood alone. They killed her because she refused to sell the truth. She refused to bless injustice, because she refused to let the legacy of her father be twisted by the hands of those who valued crowns more than having a conscience. Fatima was martyred, but her martyrdom gave birth to the story of Karbala, to the stand of Hussein, to every tear shed in mourning, to every heart awakened by her grief. They might have killed her body, but they could not kill her voice. They might have hid her grave, but they could not hide the truth. They silenced her, but her silence became the loudest cry the Ummah has ever heard. And to this day, whenever ye hear injustice, oppression, betrayal, a part of you trembles, because a part of you remembers Fatima. A part of you remembers her pain. A part of you remembers her stand. And the question still is, why did they kill her? And the world still has no answer except this: because she was light, and darkness cannot bear the existence of light.